Welcome to Martini Time. Beautiful day here in Blackstone, the center of the world, but then you too are the center of the world. And so today has been soccer, so the World Cup. You know, I kind of like observed my nervous system during the soccer game. It's like being on a caffeine high for 90 minutes. It's like you can just feel the tension, the energy, the tension and the energy through the whole thing. There's no let up. And then when it's over, whether your team wins or lose, the caffeine's gone. It's very interesting. The title of this talk is The Temple Inside. As you can see here, my marigolds are in full bloom, and have some incense burning here. And I've got all my friends here. I've got Jesus hanging on a cross. I've got a Zen monk. I've got a Buddha there. I got a Buddha there. I've got Kuan Yin here, the goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin, Virgin Mary, and down here I've got Shiva and Ganesh. Here's a little Ganesh, threshold guardian. You have to get by Ganesh if you want to get to the inner temple, the temple inside. So I just want to share a little bit with you here. In that I never had a temple inside until 1968, when I had a humongous turning point, a spiritual, I don't even know what to call it, but anyway, my life turned and I discovered my interior. And after that I got involved in yoga, and which also gets you involved in Eastern tradition. And if you get involved in Eastern tradition, you get involved in Eastern mythology and Eastern devotional practices, just like Catholicism, but Eastern tradition has different metaphors. Instead of saints, you have your guru and your other local teachers or gods or your saints. But the point is that in this practice, there is a devotional aspect to it, a sacred aspect to it, which turns your home into a temple. So when I started with yoga, I started immediately, I just felt so at home with having a temple in my house, a little sacred place where you have a picture of your guru or a picture of your deity. Which would include, if you're Christian, a picture of Jesus or whatever, you see. But you have that, and you offer flowers. You keep it fresh. Maybe you burn some incense, a candle. Or you keep it clean. And that's where you sit and meditate. Or if you get stressed out, that's where you go to regroup and recenter. It's the center, like this mandala here, you see. The center. So your temple inside is basically subjective and exterior. So your exterior temple, your little sacred place in your house, the corner that is just for devotion, the little seat, the little chair, the little cushion, the little picture, is just for your heart, like your childhood teddy bear. And that is an exterior manifestation of an interior sacred space of the heart, you see. So this is an attempt, a practice of getting the interior temple in alignment with the exterior temple. You need both, interior, exterior. If you have a cup, you got the inside of the cup and the outside of the cup. They work together. So the inner temple and the outer temple work together. So when you create an outer temple, you see, And you do whatever you do there. It doesn't make any difference as long as it's a bowing, a surrendering of the heart, and taking the shoes off, leaving your mind. And the shoes are symbolic of the pair of opposites. You go to a temple, you leave your shoes at the door. That's a symbol, that's a metaphor for the pairs of opposites, of either or, this or that, up or down, in or out, the conflict, the contest, the competition, the calculation, which should I choose, up or down or up, all of that. Take your shoes, leave it at the door. Leave it at the door. It'll be there when you get back. The world will be waiting for you when you get back. But when you go to the inner temple, you leave your mind, your worries at the door. And you go there in an attitude of humility. You go there in an attitude of submission and surrender to that which is beyond you, to that which is greater than, to that which is your ground of being, you see. So that this whole idea of having an inner temple, and I know when I was into guru yoga, I had, of course, a picture of my guru there. And I would give flowers and burn incense to my guru, my teacher, you see. And so I went through, and so I'm more or less in an integrated place now. My mind is integrating. So as you can see, I've integrated all the religions here. I've got the only one I don't have here is Islam. But they didn't go into any kind of idols or pictures, so there's kind of hard. You don't even have a picture of Muhammad, you see. There's no images. Just all their temples are abstract designs. So maybe this mandala here is a good example of Islam, because their temples are all full of mandalas. Their mosques are all abstract art, you see. So and even this big shelf here, you can detect here a huge yin-yang. See, here's the black part and the little dot, and then here's the yang and the yin. It's a big, I got it at found it in the warehouse of a furniture store here. Nobody wanted it. Just like my landfill Buddha. Threw it away. Nobody wanted it. You see. Did I show you my landfill Buddha that I found in a landfill? The threshold guardian, the threshold guardian of the landfill was a guy with a fat little belly, and he had found that Buddha and didn't know what it was. It was all covered in mud. Put it up on his shelf with some Mickey Mouse and other dolls and stuff he'd found. But the threshold guardian found that Buddha. And I bought it from him, for $40. So the threshold, your temple has a threshold. That's why you leave the shoes there. You leave your shoes. You leave the duality of the mind, because your temple is non-dual. Your temple is a reflection of your heart, and the heart is non-dual. There's not two hearts. Your heart is love. Love is not divided. Love cannot be divided. The mind can be divided into beliefs and opinions, choices. So the mind is dual, the heart is non-dual. And the temple reflects the non-dual heart, you see. So it doesn't matter what picture you got there, whether you got Jesus, or you got Moses, or you got a Zen Buddha, or you got a Tibetan Buddha, or you got a Southeast Asian Buddha, or you got Kuan Yin, or you got the Virgin Mary, the goddess, or you got Hindu goddesses. Doesn't matter at all. They're all just metaphors. They're all just local inflections of your heart, you see. Something you're familiar with, something you're comfortable with, something you resonate with you. That's the important thing. Something your heart resonates with. So Christian fundamentalists get all screwed up because they think the image is God. Oh no, you can't have. I remember a Christian authority came here, a Bible authority came here to convert me with her books and everything, and she spent an hour trying to show how evil a Buddha, a little statue of Buddha was. And so, let me see if I have one here. Thought I did. Maybe I gave them all away. Yeah, I had a little, before she left, I had a little, this is not it, but before she left, I said, I'd like to give you something. And so I had a little teeny little Buddha, and I said, here. And she went, ah! and ran from the house. So I keep a Buddha on the front porch to scare the Christians, the fundamentalists, away. So anyway, thanks for dropping in. I always enjoy talking with you at Martini time. It's a good time. And by the way, this is the Eucharist, and we're having Mass together. See? Thank you.